Peace.
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 So, man, Super Bowl controversy, beefing, war of words, the whole hip hop culture
Let's talk
talking
about it.
about it.
Yeah.
A lot of talk, a lot of talk. Kendrick, what do you think? Kendrick, Lil Wayne, they saying Wayne's supposed to be on Super Bowl. No way in New Orleans could they do it without Wayne. That's what some people are saying. How do y'all
Based off of
feel?
what? Based off of what?
Right,
I ain't
right.
gonna lie.
Cause
I
he's from.
think
Kendrick
Cause
got
he's
the
from there.
hottest record of the year, right?
Yeah. What's the last Lil Wayne record? Does he have an album coming
That's
out?
the last thing was
Well,
the College Grove joint.
actually, right. And then that's with Two Chains, right?
Yeah.
Right. And he dropped. This is the second one they did. Cause my man just told me because we were having a conversation over the phone like a little bit over an hour ago, and we were talking about it, and he said him and Two Chains got another joint out. I never even heard the first one. Like, and y'all could kill me in the comments, whatever. I'm not like a. That's not my lane. I don't listen to that kind of stuff. Not to knock what they do, but that's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't, I don't know his last joint. I think the last joint I heard was the joint where they redid the special delivery. Him and Swiss did the special delivery beat.
right.
That's the last joint I heard.
I think it boils down to this is Kendrick's time right now, right? I
I
mean,
agree.
he
I
got the
agree.
spotlight.
Right.
I don't think because they put Kendrick in that position means that they disrespected Wayne
Right.
because you don't know what type of secrets or surprises they be having. Even though they said
Right.
he's gonna be the sole performer,
Right. Right.
they
Right.
might have
He could have.
Wheezy pop out. They might
Right.
have Master P pop out. They might
Right.
have a bunch of bands and all types of stuff with New Orleans elements in it. So
Right.
like
Right. Right.
everybody jumping the
Jazz.
gun saying like a
Right.
crime was committed. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
And then they're blaming Jay-Z for it too, like he's
Right. They
some type
saying he
of
a
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's always some conspiracy theory. You know, us growing up, UZN, it's
Right.
always some conspiracy theory going
Always.
on. We always got it like, yo, it's the agents. Like he's an agent,
Don't
So
believe
you know what I
everything
mean?
you
so
He's a
it
hear.
gatekeeper.
so Hove is
Right.
not a gatekeeper. Y'all trying to clean
I
that
don't
off
know.
his
I don't know. I
right,
don't know. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I'm not gonna say he is, and I'm not gonna say he isn't. I don't know.
Let's just
right.
say
I just
his
think
job is to
everything
provide that kind of entertainment. So if he's the one
right,
who
but
picks and
I don't
chooses,
know.
I guess that's
Yo,
what people call the gatekeeper.
every time something don't
He's
go
a tastemaker.
people's way, they like, yo, man. It's the same thing with jobs when you're on the job because we're in the workforce. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with jobs. Every time something doesn't go somebody's way, there's somebody or somebody's plural that'll, say this, they doing this or whatever. Somebody's always doing something,
And somebody,
But
people are pushed
gatekeeping
up
or
though.
pocket
right,
watching or whatever. Yeah,
but
absolutely, absolutely. Like who knows? Like there's an underlying issue because now Nicki Minaj and Birdman are speaking out. I didn't even hear what they had to say, but of course they're gonna defend him because that's home team. You know what I'm saying? But I think somebody was telling me that there's like some underlying beef between Jay-Z and Young Money, Cash Money. I just remember a few years ago Birdman saying Wayne had more money than Jay-Z. I don't know. I don't pocket watch.
right,
I don't even care. You know
right.
what I'm saying? I don't know, man. People just want something
Think
to
it's
talk
Most of that,
about.
possible?
most of that was just a little jabs they was throwing back and forth with each other. Because I think it started somewhere between Blueprint 3 and Carter 4, where they was throwing jabs. Or a matter of fact, the Watch the Throne
Mm,
joint. Because on the Watch the Throne, Jay-Z mentioned he's like, "Yo, to be honest, y'all ain't got my lady money." So then Lil Wayne, he shot back on a joint on Carter 4 with Drake and Jadakiss on it, where he says, talking about your lady money, and then he says something about kidnap your lady, make you pay the baby money or something like that. So they was always throwing jabs
Right.
at each other. Because at one point they were supposed to he was trying to sign Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah, right.
Oh, and for the record, not to break y'all wisdom, I don't dislike Lil Wayne. I just don't listen to the music. Like I've heard it before. I've heard it when he first started out. With the Block is Hot. I really didn't care for that too much. You know what I'm saying? It just like my ear, I guess my ear for music is different. And like I always say, we all know music is subjective. So if I listen to something and I don't like it, that doesn't mean I'm a hater or I think it's whack. I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really care for it. Like I'm
To
a
each
former
his own.
musician. I actually right. I played three instruments, you know what I'm saying? And I rapped and I sang and all of that. So my ear might be a little different from whoever, you know what I'm saying? But I don't dislike them. I don't even know them, but Kendrick is hot right now. So I think they're going with momentum and everybody. I'm actually tired of Not Like Us, to be honest with you. Like, I listened to it a few times and I like it. I enjoy it, but I'm not like rewinding it constantly, like listening to it 20 times in a row. I think it's dope. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It is. It's an anthem. It's fire. A lot of people are using it. A lot of people, putting it in their videos, TikToks, Instagrams, and all of that. It's dope. So, and I think it's more relatable now, and that's probably why they picked him. I'm
The
guessing.
culture,
Right.
I don't know.
like the cultural impact, possible album
Right,
dropping, who knows?
right, right.
And I think when you look at it right now in 2024, look at Kendrick's image versus Wayne's public image. Wayne has a
Mm-hmm,
gun charge. He did jail time. Kendrick's kind of been on this kind of unifying the hood type of movement
mm-hmm.
through music. You see him bringing the street organizations together in unity.
Right.
So I
Won a
think like that's
Pulitzer.
something that right. People feel
He won a
safe
Pulitzer.
around
Yeah.
Kendrick. People feel safe around him. He has these accolades that show he is. I don't want to say bigger than hip hop, but he's one that stepped a little bit outside of hip hop popularity wise. Like I was telling Why earlier, like they be playing Not Like Us on Z100, like it's like a pop record right
Hmm.
now.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what the Super Bowl wants, and that's not to say Wayne has a plethora of pop hits. He's had a ton of crossover records, big, huge success, probably the biggest success from 2006 to 2000 and maybe 13 or something. So but Wayne also has like an image of, you know, I mean, it's the image he portrays. He wants to put this out there. I'm a gang member. You know what I
No,
mean? And
gang
people
banger,
don't
gang banger,
gang
not gang
banger,
member,
right?
gang banger.
Right.
There's a
Let's clear
difference.
that up.
Yeah.
Gang banger,
All right.
right? And which
So,
is strange to me because
right.
when you're a gang member, you're affiliated with the gang and you're a part of the
Mm-hmm.
gang,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you have your affiliates, you got your members, but when you say you gang banging, that means you actively taking place in violence for the gang. So you put that energy out. I'm not sure why, because it don't make people feel safe to say I'm a gang banger. And the truth of the matter is, I mean, I don't know what he does in private. Maybe he is gang banging. I highly doubt it because based on his lifestyle, I will probably say he's either partying right now or skateboarding in his backyard. I can't see him going to the hood and shooting fades with dudes or running a 31 or
But right.
whatever.
And to further your point, there was an interview like a few years ago where they asked him about him saying racism doesn't exist because he had seen it because he's rich. And then he goes from that, and then they ask him about Black Lives Matter, and he's just like, "I'm rich, my life matters." And then he say,
What
"My,"
is that?
they blank it out, "My life matter." You know what I'm saying? And I'm connected. I'm a gangbanger. And he pulls out a red rag, not even a bandana, a red rag, and he's like, "I'm a gangbanger." I'm like, so are you rich and racism doesn't exist because your fans are white and, or are you a gangbanger, like killing and harming? Not to say that he's killing, but that's what gangbanging entails, right? Extreme
Hmm.
violence, right?
Speaking of which,
So like,
Yeah.
are you doing that, or are you, rich and you don't know what's going on in the community?
Right.
Like,
speaking of
you know what
gang
I'm saying?
affiliation, wasn't he supposed to be a part of the Zulu Nation?
So they say, and I don't wanna dispute Q-Tip or Ninth Wonder's efforts, right? Because from my understanding, I was at a Universal meeting in the National Black Theater, and Q-Tip had come up there, whatever year this was. It was like Zulu Nation was making these big headlines with various different artists saying that they joined Zulu. They said that, they brought
Justin
Lil Wayne
Bieber,
into Zulu, Justin
Justin,
Bieber,
Jimmy
uh,
Fallon,
Jimmy Fallon,
Nas,
Nas, Big
Big
Boy
Boy. Yep.
from Outkast.
You know about Big Boy?
So
Yeah. It was all
yeah,
through Twitter. I saw it on
right,
Twitter.
Oh,
right,
Remember,
okay.
right,
I was
right,
away. I was away. So
right,
I was seeing these things pop up on Twitter, and I'm like,
right.
I'm scratching my head like, huh? But then it's
Yeah,
funny. It's funny you say that. Like and not to bash the brother. I'm not trying to make this about like putting him down or anything. But that him becoming Zulu Nation honorary member or whatever, um, that took place, and then fast forward, he pulls out a red rag in an interview and says,
hmm,
"I'm a gangbanger."
right,
Hmm.
right.
So like, who are
What's
you?
what?
Yeah, who are
Right.
you? You know what I'm saying?
So to elaborate a little bit further in what Q-Tip had told us, the Zulus at the Universal meeting at the National Black Theater, is that Lil Wayne was striving to get deeper into knowledge, wanted to more be around more positive individuals in hip hop. He loves the culture, and I think we all could attest to that. That Lil Wayne has shown that he's a true hip hop head deep down. You know, he knows the greats, and he recognizes the pioneers and the greats.
Right.
So he wanted to be more positive, right? So Ninth Wonder and Q-Tip were on this whole run where they were really making to make a push and recruit people into Zulu. And when he said that, they looked to, I guess, mentor him and bring him into the Zulu Nation. And then that followed with that with that tweet where he said, "Yo, join, help me join the Zulu Nation. Go on ZuluFaces.com," which was like a social Zulu website that they had put together. I think the brother Damaka from Natives had put it together, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Zulu King Damaka.
All right.
Um,
Peace.
Peace to all natives. Peace to Zulu King Scott. Peace to Zulu King Andy. R.I.P. Zulu King Zen from
All right.
Staten Island.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Legends. You know what I'm saying? Legends.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When when he said that, a lot of people were skeptical because like the temperature within the organization is like, we're striving for positivity, we're striving to promote knowledge, we're striving to promote all the righteous side of hip hop. And this brother was not displaying that. So a lot of people disputed it. And, really nothing came about it. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, shortly after, the scandal happened and a lot of things just fell apart afterwards. So, you know, I don't know what happened with that. Like, to me, one thing is for certain, in my personal opinion, and this is no disrespect to nobody, you can't be talking about you an active gang member or gang banger and be talking about you Zulu. I mean, those that know the street politics in New York City, there was nobody that was talking about I'm Zulu Nation and I'm blood. That shit's it's a conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't rock in New York. You're not gonna be blood in Zulu. You're not gonna be Crip in Zulu. You're not gonna be Latin King in Zulu or anything. You're gonna be
Yeah. It's either
Zulu,
Yeah,
or
or.
we're
you could
not
be
hearing
front
Yeah.
and
beef.
center if that's your
Yeah.
beliefs. You could be
Right.
a Muslim. You could be of any type of faith,
Right.
faith-based
Right.
organization
Right.
or whatever path you choose to walk. But you're not gonna be a part of two different street organizations. That's a conflict. And this goes back to the whole thing of back in the day, you couldn't cross colors, you couldn't date nobody that was in a different street organization. So how could you be a part of two street organizations? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think a lot of people was at with it. And you know, it's to me it's whatever. Like if the brother want positivity, we shouldn't close the door on him, welcome him
Never.
in, teach
Right.
him,
Right.
be there
Embrace
for
them. Yeah.
him, support him, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? All that. And he welcome to always be on that path, like to always we're always gonna welcome Wayne to come in and elevate and build and share the righteousness and teach him and guide him if need be. But you can't be out there talking ignorantly and think that's going to rock because the Zulu Nation was never about ignorance. Zulu has never been about ignorance, and even though we're known to defend ourselves and we're known to fight people when necessary, we never been about black on black violence or genocide or random beefing and all of that.
Right.
So
Right.
that's not us. We never been in that lane.
As a
You know what I mean?
collective.
As a
Right.
collective,
As a
correct.
collective. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
it was a big stir up. A lot of opinions. But Wayne is dope. Wayne is a dope hip hop artist. I just think right now is not his time. It's Kendrick's
Right.
time right now.
I agree.
It's Kendrick's time right now.
And I'm not even crazy about Kendrick either.
I mean, you
that's
a
that's the
tough.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
I'm
want Rock.
I'm
You want Rock Marcy to be on the Super Bowl.
that wouldn't be bad.
You want Rock Marcy at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yo, me personally, you know how I feel about Super Bowl halftime shows? I think they should wait until they see who's the two teams and have each team, like last year, I'm a Chiefs fan, right? I'm a Chiefs guy. I feel last year Tech Nine should have performed. He's from
Yeah,
Kansas City. He's a big Kansas. Even has Red Kingdom. He has a song dedicated to the Chiefs, right? And
right.
I think that's their official theme song now, right? So I think all right, the 49ers, get somebody from San Francisco, or if the Lions go, get somebody from Detroit, get Eminem, or get from the Jets, get Jay-Z or whoever. Like if the Saints ain't playing, no Wayne. If the
Yeah,
Saints
if the
ain't in the
Jets is
Super
in, maybe
Bowl,
Wu
no
Tang
Wayne.
go. They big.
Right,
They're big
right,
Jets fans.
right. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just my opinion. That's
Right.
just my
Right,
opinion. To save I don't care where it is. The Super Bowl's been in New Orleans 10 times.
right.
10 times. 10 times. And the last time it was in New Orleans was 2013. And who performed? Beyonce and Destiny's Child. And in
That
2013, Wayne was
Wayne was
still
hot.
on fire. He was hot. So why didn't they get him then?
Yeah,
Hip hop had been in the Super Bowl prior with, Nelly, if you want to count Nelly, and if you want to count Diddy, no disrespect to him. I think Nelly was more pop. He led into being pop a little. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And Diddy's not a rapper, but I think that was
Even that, he was a
2004.
hip hop act.
And, right, he's a hip hop act, right? So, I mean, Super Bowl halftime history is crazy. And I stay with the notes. I don't know if y'all know, but the first Super Bowl, 1967, Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, Chiefs Packers, right? University of Arizona marching band was the halftime show with Grambling State. It was all marching bands up until 1991. Super Bowl 25. Guess who?
Wow.
Guess who?
Michael Jackson.
French.
Nope.
Whitney Houston.
Donna.
New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, crazy.
I
New
forgot
Kids on the
about
Block.
that.
And it was in Tampa. It was in Tampa Stadium, and New Kids on the Block are from where?
Boston.
Right.
Boston, huh?
The mean streets of
Right.
Boston.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
What's New Kids on the Block record? Hanging Tough?
Yeah.
Hang tough and
Let stuff.
Yeah. I just wanted to see if y'all was
Come
knew
on.
them songs.
We ain't going
Just
front
checking.
here. We ain't going front here.
Yeah.
We was kids growing up. They had a cartoon. Come on,
They did?
yo. Come on.
So you was listening
Yeah,
to
they had
Marky
a
Mark and the
cartoon.
Funky Bunch too?
Nah, not really. It was a little weird to me. That like I remember when the box came out, not Video Music Box. I remember when the box came out, they used to play that what's that song he had? Good Vibration, right?
Yeah,
I used to
Azula
turn it.
wrote that also, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. I know that.
Mm.
I knew that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah. I forgot the brother's name. Shout out to the brother from Boston. He said that record
right,
changed his life.
Mm.
So,
word.
it's
I
crazy.
You know
I
what's
used to turn
crazy?
the channel.
I don't know if y'all knew this because I read this somewhere. They said that Bam was also involved with discovering New Edition.
Yeah, I think that's false though, because but I did read that. Yeah, I
But
don't know what's behind that, but I read
I
that as
asked
well.
him, but I
Yeah,
don't remember what his answer was. But he said it was like really early in the career.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so like this notion, I think because all right, I think people are beefing with Jay because of when it was in LA and Dre headlined and he bought he bought Kendrick, he had Snoop, he had 50, and he had Mary,
And
right?
Game was
And
mad
he's
about that
from
too.
a lot of people were mad, but I mean, yo, man, I'm like, I don't know. It's just like it's just like the Grammys to me. It's just like the everything else that we don't own and we don't do ourselves. Like we so mad. Like you want to be so separate from everything,
Mm.
but then still get mad when you're not invited. You know what I'm saying? I
I'll
don't
tell
know,
you
man.
this. I think that hip hop really needs to get behind Kendrick and stay
Hmm.
firm with him with this, because there's going to be a portion of people that's going to be mad at another hip hop act going on at the Super Bowl. They're gonna be like, that shit ain't even music. Oh, who the hell is he? You already know
Hmm.
there's gonna be a lot of hate going towards him and people gonna say, oh, we're gonna ban the Super Bowl. They want a rock act. They want or some country shit. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you,
Yo,
like they
man,
really
Yeah,
I
want
like
that. I
yeah,
rock
see a lot
music.
of people complaining.
I like rock music. So what? I liked when the
Yeah,
Rolling Stones performed a few years
yeah,
ago at the Super Bowl. I was hyped, even
yeah.
though
No, I hear
they
you.
look like they look decrepit. I'm sorry, but I mean they look old. You know what I mean? But like, see, and that's the thing. That's the thing too about a lot of us, like with the ageism in hip hop. Like we be age shaming.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
right. I've
saying?
always
Like
said
they
that
don't hate. I
too.
mean, I know other platforms say it all the time, but like, yo, it's true, man. It's tired. Like Rakim dropped the album. I don't hear nobody talking about it. LL dropped the album. I heard somebody say it was whack. I personally think it's dope. To
I think
I
me,
it's dope.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
top.
dope.
I think it's top five in his catalog now.
it's
Well,
crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Out of
I
all
wouldn't
his
say top
albums, I
five in
think,
his catalog.
in all
Well, he
honesty, if
got a
you
lot of albums.
put it up sonically against the other albums, I think it's and
Walking with a
lyrically,
Panther.
well, that's commercialized. So that was one of his weakest joints.
Walking with a Panther.
That's
I
considered
like
his one of the
walking.
weakest.
All right,
But
walking with a
authentic is his
Panther.
weakest
Mama
now.
said knock you out. Mama said knock you
a
out.
lot of his records are commercialized though. He's
I
just a
like the
popular
goat.
artist.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the goat album. I like Mama said
Yo,
knock you out.
speaking of LL, I feel he could have been on the Super Bowl and that would have been justified. As long as he's been in the music industry,
yeah,
his
Yeah,
crossover appeal as a Hollywood actor, you know what
he
I'm
should have
saying?
been.
yeah,
He got
It
an
was
album out that's right now. He got a
right.
plethora of a catalog of wild hits,
He
records that a
does.
lot of people have listened to. We're talking about three generations easily, like Nana's
Yeah, yeah,
daughters,
yeah.
four
you know,
generations now.
Mothers,
like
mothers.
granddaughters, like
Yeah, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
could vibe on
Yo,
LL.
I was just at Farmer's Day and he was there. Like he normally comes in the at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And I missed him, but my aunt took a picture with him, and then I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm seeing all these pictures of him, and he actually was shooting a documentary about his life in my neighborhood. You know what
That's
I'm
dope.
saying? Because we're from the same neighborhood. So I saw footage of him. People were sending me pictures and stuff. My aunt, of course, sent me a picture. Like look who I saw. So he definitely. I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't have minded him. But like I said, me personally, I feel the way they should do it is wait until they know who's going to the Super Bowl, the two teams, and get an artist from each hometown's team. That's what I
Yeah.
think. I
You
think that
think
would be fair.
you think for that performance, you think that they're gonna allow Kendrick to bring on, the homies and the lokes and all the gang vibe, the street organizations on with him? You think they're gonna let that rock?
Shit, I guess the
Um,
local ones out there.
no. I don't
Probably
know. I
not,
mean, it
huh?
depends on probably the celebrity ones. Maybe the
Right,
celebrity ones.
right.
YG,
YG,
you
Game,
know, well, Game didn't,
Well,
I
Game
don't
burned their
know.
bridges.
Yeah, Game didn't show up, and he said he sided with Drake. So I don't. He said Drake is his brother. Not sided with Drake, but I guess he said Drake is his brother. So
yeah,
that's kind of, you know, I don't know. Maybe DeMar DeRozan will be there,
right.
and Westbrook, and Kawhi. Ain't Kawhi from Compton? Ain't
Yeah, he
Kawhi from
is.
Compton?
No, he's
Yeah.
from San
No, he's from
Diego.
South. No, he's from South Central, ain't he? He's
I
not
thought
from
he was
San
from San
Diego,
Diego.
is he?
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
don't
know
know.
he
I
He's
was
thought
from
there.
when they say he's
him
from
and my
Southern
man.
California, he's from San Diego. Maybe he went to college in San Diego. I could be wrong, but
No, I could have sworn he was from there. I thought he was
word,
from South Central or Compton. I don't know. But
yeah,
that's my opinion on the Super Bowl halftime show.
yeah, man. Shout out to
Let
both of them. Shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Kendrick. You know what I mean? Maybe they could incorporate Wayne somehow. Maybe they can incorporate, the Hot Boys or Master P, No Limit. Do something for the city, but I guess they said Kendrick is like got the whole 20 minutes to himself. That's what they said, right?
hmm, yeah. I mean, I guess they saw his that show he just did where he had everybody, and that's a big moment for him, man. Like you said, he unified. You know, they were unified on stage. And how many times did Not Like Us? How many times did he perform
Six
it?
times.
Back to back to
Yeah,
back to
so
back to back to back.
that's it. That's 20 minutes. So
Right,
I felt they probably saw that and like, oh, you could do 20 minutes.
right.
Doing the song six times, the 20 minutes, you could do it at the Super
Finish off
Bowl.
with that and do
I mean,
follow the song.
I doubt he'd do Not Like Us six times at the Super Bowl. That'd be crazy, but I'm sure he can handle a show by himself on that stage. You know what I'm
You got
saying?
Peace to the brothers. Let's not overlook that, man. That's like I know it's gotten a lot of attention, but it's a historic moment for the street organizations. It's a historic moment in hip hop. It's kind
definitely.
of all, it's dope, what's being done, and you know, if it's not just for show, right? Because it's easy to go and get people to just, we're gonna go viral with this, and let's be all in the spotlight. But if it's like really, really, really real, and they keep on adding on to that and keep doing it, that could change a lot of things, and it could shift the energy out there, and they need a shift. They need a shift because brothers been killing brothers for too long out there. Um, it's time to heal. It's time to move forward. We
Um,
can't be doing the
and it,
same thing.
and it's time to show the youth something different.
Right, right. That's the key right there. Showing the youth something different, that we could get past some of these things. And I know it's
Hmm.
hard to get past the body. It's hard to get through that, but I mean, when's the cycle gonna end?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like brothers is beefing over shit that they don't even know what it's about.
They
They
don't
don't even
forgot,
know the
and
root of the
the youth
issue.
don't even know the root, and the youth are picking it up and carrying it, and don't even know the origin of it.
Right,
Like the full origin, like the real actual story.
right,
Why we got problems with this neighborhood, and that's everywhere too.
Yeah.
That's everywhere. It's everywhere.
yeah.
That's just not L.A. That's just not Chicago. That's just not New York. That's just not Philly. Is everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
But it's setting an example of what unity could be like
All
and
right.
what it should be like.
I think it's a good
And
look.
hopefully that continues on, to influence other youth and other neighborhoods to do the same. New York, a lot of these hip hop acts don't get along with each other. There be
Hmm.
low key beefs and
Hmm.
different things going on, and you rarely see everybody together like that because there's so much different type of time people are on. So keep unifying, keep on showing youth a better energy, more positivity, and it will change things.
And I want to say one thing. Jay-Z is one person, right? I'm not vouching for him. I don't know him. You know, his music is okay to me. I wasn't like overly wowed by Jay-Z either. I think he's
Mhm.
dope, but like again, not really my cup of tea. I'll listen to him, but I'm not rewinding and rewinding and rewinding. And no, his lyrics never went over my head. Like everybody, oh, it
Mhm.
just went over he went over your head. I didn't understand Reasonable Doubt till 5 years later. Nah,
Right.
that wasn't like that was never me. But I don't think him, even though he's in charge, I'm sure he has people around him that he might
Is he
consult
really in
with.
charge, or is he
Right.
the
I mean,
face?
I think he's in. It might be. Might be. I don't.
We don't
Nobody
know,
knows.
right?
We just right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, yo, like he's one person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can't like shift the blame because that's the face you see.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I'm
the whole
saying? Like
Right.
blackface deal.
you
In
blame
fairness to him.
you blame Obama, you blame Trump, you're gonna blame Biden, you're gonna end up blaming Harris if she gets elected or selected, however you want to put it, right? But we know if they pass a bill, it has to go through Congress and the bill could get vetoed, right? So who's
Yeah.
ultimately making the decision? The face or the man behind the man? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
cut him some slack too and stop
Figurehead.
saying, right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But
I
this
think,
this will all pass too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Another
yeah,
week
yeah,
from
yeah.
now,
It might be
someone
less
be
than
on
a week.
something
It'll be
else.
less than a week because something gonna happen tomorrow.
Right.
Something gonna happen tomorrow. You're
Right.
gonna see everybody's looking to go viral for something. Somebody
Right.
gonna do something crazy. I'm like, yo, did you see what's the name?
Right.
Like
And then
whoever,
that's
and it's
it.
gonna
No
go
more.
viral. And then yeah,
No more
because
talk about Kendrick.
our attention span is like this now.
Yeah.
Everybody, you want to blame the youth? Everybody's attention span is like that now. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's
It's on
so
to the
it's so
next
much to
thing.
process now.
Yeah, it's all like it's crazy. That's why a good old fashioned book is always a good thing to read.
Yeah. Definitely.
Seriously, it gets you back into before all these electronic devices and all of that. Like just sitting in silence with the light on and reading something, reading some literature. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Yeah.
shout out
Turn
to
that
Sharpen
Ed
up your
TV
Griffin.
off.
skills. Right,
Turn that TV off. Get some quiet time. Get a book. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Why don't you meditate? You know what
right.
I mean? Because
Or
people be
have
glued,
a conversation. Have
right,
a
with your
normal
family in
conversation
depth.
with like right. You know what I'm saying?
In
Like
depth,
how
yeah.
was your day and this and
Right,
that.
right,
Like,
right. Me and my
you know?
family, we strive to put the phones. We don't bring the phones to the table. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? We're trying to break the my daughters from being on the tablet at the table so that we
right,
could promote, conversation. Let's build, let's talk.
right.
How
So
was
about
your
how your
day? You know
date,
what I mean?
right,
Keep that energy flowing where
right.
we care for one another and we find out what we went through for the day. You know what I mean? Right now, there be people that go live and they'll watch someone on YouTube for 6 hours. You know what
Have
I'm
Hmm.
a
saying? Like the
conversation or
live be
interact.
endless. It'd be a marathon of
Yo,
nothing, nothing, and they just watching. Like you just
yeah.
watching somebody drink, smoke,
Smoke, yup.
talk some BS,
Mm-hmm.
and you got them going viral, and they ain't giving you nothing. They ain't giving you no jewelry. They ain't giving you no thoughts, no thought provoking, nothing.
Meanwhile, your kids is tearing up the house.
Right.
And then by the time you finish watching the live, you you talking to your kids crazy because they done broke something, but you
And you
not
see
paying
a
attention to
tornado
them for
hit
Right.
the
three,
house.
4 hours.
Right.
You hear everything, but you're not
Right.
addressing it until the live is over.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy
We live in
time
some
we living
crazy
in.
time, man. For real,
Super
for
crazy. It's
real,
like a different
for real.
dimension we in. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
feel like
mean?
it's the Twilight Zone for real, man. Like I just I'll be
That's
outside, man,
why,
because I work
honestly,
outside.
with Spears and Mikes, we're striving to stay away from like all the foolishness and all of the get engaged with people. Like people be already people like we're striving to talk positive things, and people's already calling us out and talking crazy in the comments. And like, yo, you don't know us personally. I'm dead serious. Like with this message, I'm not messing with nobody. Like you come at me like you can say whatever you want on YouTube, but physically, it's gonna be something different. Like it's not gonna be no peace, love, and none of that. Like if you talk crazy, then it's crazy when we see you. Simple as
You
that.
gotta
Period.
stand on it. You gotta stand
Yeah,
on it.
like
Nobody's promoting any kind of
right.
violence or anything, and we could disagree. Like I said at the beginning, I said at the
Yeah,
first episode, we're gonna disagree as co-hosts to each other. We're gonna disagree, and you can, and people in the comments they can comment, but just keep it respectful. Like all the
right.
name calling isn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want attention, leave a comment, man. Just leave a normal comment, like I don't agree or whatever.
Mm.
But people get so wrapped up in their emotions, especially like I'm talking to the so-called men, the males. You know, when have we been so emotional? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody disagrees with you, you talk about their spouse, talk about their family, you talk about their
Mm,
physical appearance.
yeah, that
Like
shit's off
it's
limits.
crazy. Like
It's off
it's off
limits.
limits. But like that's your comeback when somebody disagrees with you for an opinion.
Right.
Just a way to have the
Like
last
that's
word.
crazy.
That's all it is.
That's so like that's so small minded, man. It's so
Right.
small minded. And for like everybody, yo, king this, king that, and these be the same people with the low vibration, the low energy, and all of that. And I'm putting quotes
They
because
be
I
the
don't.
so-called
But
conscious ones.
right, yeah,
The,
yeah.
the the
But
ones
conscious
that's
just
supposed to
means you're
be
aware. That doesn't
right.
mean you're righteous. That don't mean
Right.
you're
Definitely
righteous just because
don't.
you're conscious. You're
Right.
just aware of what's going on.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Right. Right.
saying?
But
Cause
a lot of these people is full of shit. Basically, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And,
could pretend to be supportive of certain things or in the know or righteous, but when you out there, you can't promote righteousness and then the next few minutes start flaming people, attacking people, you know what I mean, jumping down people. Like that's that. To me, it's like, what's what? What are you doing?
yeah,
You know what I
hustling the
mean?
people
it's
too.
all
Right.
right. To
Right,
me,
you
right.
basically
Hustling the
selling this.
people.
You trying to sell the jewelry. You're
Right.
trying to sell the knowledge. You know what I mean? This is gonna be the hustle, right? Like we talked about this earlier when
Hmm.
when Malcolm X said it. So what's the hustle?
So what's the hustle?
Mm.
Ain't no hustle, brother.
Right. But people
Ain't no.
really,
Nah, they
it's really
do.
a hustle for them. You know what I'm saying? They're
Hmm.
striving to get the bag off of being righteous, being a nationalist, being conscious,
Being
like
humanist.
Hmm.
just right.
Hmm.
Like you want to be
Do
in every single
do it
lane
for
if it's
money and women.
profitable.
They do it
Right.
for
If it's
money and women,
profitable.
and they get down these sisters' skirts, and they 3/4 of cloth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
remember Doggy Diamonds. I remember he said one time, and I'm laughing because I've heard it too, where after a so-called lecture or a meeting of the minds, as they say, same brother giving a lecture be like, "Yo, where the hoes at?"
Right.
Or where the or be getting high somewhere.
Yo, this brings me back to the Zulu anniversary when me and you stepped outside.
Oh,
Please elaborate, and we just quoting what the brother said, so we don't want to disrespect nobody, because
yo, I don't think. Hold
we
on.
don't move like that. We don't talk like that. Us personally, we don't speak like this. But what the brother said?
Oh man, that wasn't a Zulu anniversary though. That was
Oh
a
no,
meeting of
was
the
it?
mind. That was a meeting of the minds,
Well,
and
that's
me.
at the Zulu anniversary though. That's the
No,
last
no, no,
day.
no, no. It was when we saw Professor X. That
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
even around. That was when we saw Professor X outside, and I
Well,
think T. Rogers was there. That's when Mike Conception and them was there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was
I
that.
believe so.
That wasn't the anniversary, right?
Well, okay.
So me and you were going across the
What
street
was
to
it?
the
Wait, wait, wait. Was it the Who
Nah,
Was
it
You
wasn't that
before
neither. Nah,
1492?
we're gonna get to that later.
Oh,
We're gonna get
right,
to
right.
that. We're gonna get to that because that's when we saw Old Boy. But yeah, right,
No, we need P on
right.
for that one.
Yeah, we need PO for that. Right.
Shout
All
out to
right, so
Just
we'll
P.
save that. Shout out to
Yeah.
Zulu King Just P. We're gonna save that. So we walked across the street to the store, and I remember what the dude looked like and everything. Heavy
Word.
set dude, little afro, whatever. So me and you walk in, and we come in on the end of his conversation. He must have been upset with something, and all I know, and excuse my language, because I don't talk like this, but
Word.
all I heard was, "Bitch better have my money." And then he turned around and noticed us, and he said, "Salam alaikum." And me and you, me, it just like flowed like it was a regular part of his speech. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? Like, and I'm just like, huh? Like me and L looked at each other like what? Like, all right, and we just was like, all right. Well, I don't even think we returned the greet. Maybe we did return the
I'm
greeting.
not sure. I don't remember. I was
I
so
don't remember that. Yeah, we was. Yeah, like yo, like my mind was blown. I'm not even gonna
blown
lie.
away.
I'm not even gonna lie.
When you hear a brother talking like, that
Yeah,
B better have my money, you like, yo, this
yeah,
brother real wild with it. He
yeah.
treacherous. Like
And
he
then he saw
moving
us and was
moving
like,
crazy.
Salam alaikum.
You say he was
Like,
a
oh
troll,
yeah,
yeah?
and peace be unto you. She better have my money. Oh, peace be
Word.
unto you. Like that's how it went. I'm just like, yo, that should have been in a movie. That could
Word.
have that could have
Yeah,
been in
that
a
could have been a
movie.
scene in a movie. Like, yo,
Yeah, it was
but that's to
crazy.
show you these characters out there. They be so called righteous, but they be disrespecting the sisters. They be
Hmm.
disrespecting everybody.
Don't
And
take care of their kids.
worst of it all is that they disrespect themselves. Cause like I don't
That's a
claim to
fact.
be a big conscious or super righteous brother, but I do have a good level of knowledge and I keep it respectful out of respect for my mother. You know what I mean? Like she showed me to respect a woman. She showed me to have manners. I mean, these are basic things that we should
Right.
all be striving for. And, especially as Zulus, right? We have a certain, like, people see us and think like, yo, these brothers is on it. Like they on the straight path. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think we always supposed to represent ourselves well. Same reason why in our younger years you weren't allowed to drink with the beads on, you wasn't allowed to smoke with the beads on,
Hmm.
because public perception and how you
Hmm.
moving when you may be drunk or high, it's not a representation of the
Yo,
organization. That's not how we want to be seen. But
and word to get back to the elders too.
right,
Word would get
right,
back if you out there acting foolish. Like when we were younger, 15, 16 years old, like
yeah,
word definitely would get back. And they'd be
yeah,
like, yo, we heard y'all doing this. And it'd be in another borough. And they'd be like, yo, we heard in Queens
Word.
or we heard in Long Island or Brooklyn that y'all
right.
doing
And we
X,
in the
Y, and
meeting
Z,
looking at each
and
other
y'all
like,
better
yo, how
cut
they
that
find
out.
out?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like how they know about that. Right, right.
Yo, the
He
elders
read the
was
newspapers.
really on us. The elders was
Mm-hmm.
really on us. Like, yo, you couldn't be at a universal meeting. And when I say universal meeting, right, a universal meeting is where the Zulus came together, all chapters from New York City, all around the world. People used to come out from Australia sometimes. Like
Right.
when the Zulu anniversary come out, the first and last Wednesday, we would meet at the National Black Theater. Be a lot of Zulus in there, right? If you were like slouched in your chair or leaning or falling asleep, you might have to do push-ups. You might have to go against a wall in a horse stance. You might have to go whatever. Like there was a lot of different things. You might have get thrown up out of there. You might have get
Yep.
thrown down the stairs for acting up.
Yo, that's
Like
a fact.
they was real
Or
strict on us, right?
Apache line.
Sit up straight. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Walk
Another
straight
thing,
too.
walk straight too, right? We was just talking about that too, right? What you want to say? What
Mm-hmm.
the brother Ernie had told us when we got to the
Oh,
Million More March?
yeah, we was I forgot what year that was, but we went to the Million More March, the anniversary of it,
It was
and
the 10-year
10
anniversary
year
of the
anniversary, right?
Million Man
March,
March.
right? And brother
Oh, five.
Ernie Panacoli.
Yeah,
Was
that
that
sounds
05?
right.
Okay, okay, that sounded about right.
Sounds right.
So brother Ernie Panacoli saw us walking. It was hot that day too. I remember you was sweating. You was sweating profusely.
That's because I had
You
that suede
you
Yankee
yeah,
fitted on.
yeah.
That shit had
You
my
who
head
was it?
fried. Like,
It was me, you, wasn't Emmett there? Wasn't
Yeah,
Emmett
Emmett
with
was
us?
there. R.I.P.
Emmett.
Zulu King,
R.I.P.
Emmett Fall
Word,
Rockaway,
word,
Aliens.
word. And I think Nation was with us too, if I'm not
Nation was with
mistaken.
us too. Yeah,
Right. And Ernie was like, he yelled at us. He was like, "Y'all are men. Y'all are Zulu. Walk straight, chest out. Like it's nothing to be ashamed of. You walking like you slouching like you ashamed. You a warrior. You're a man. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And like, yo,
Cause we was
that
dragging
stuck.
ass.
Yeah,
We was
we was
dragging ass.
tired
Brothers
because
was
we had to.
tired.
Yeah, because we was tired from having to meet the bus early in the morning.
4 in the morning,
And
3 in the
yeah,
morning.
it was like 3, 4 in the morning. They was about to leave, brothers, and everything.
Yeah, yeah, no,
No.
and you know what? 10 years later, in 2015, the Zulu bus left me because we was waiting for hours that time, right? So I'm like, yo, 10 years ago they said meet up 3 o'clock. We was there at 3 o'clock sharp. When we get there, we didn't leave till 5 in the morning. 2 hours later,
Oh damn.
2015, I'm driving to Harlem, taking my sweet time. They like, yo, the Zulu bus about to leave you, L. I'm like, no way they leaving me. Y'all ain't leaving me. They call me up. They like, yo, Bam said he out of here. Oh, word? Y'all leaving me? I thought they was BSing. I pull up, the bus is gone.
Oh
I'm
damn.
tight. I had to drive with like 4 other brothers as big as me in the 2 door in the coupe.
And the coop.
Drive to Washington D.C. tight. I'm ready to fight when we go out there, you know? Because I'm like, yo, now I gotta pay gas, toll,
So,
beat down my car. Brothers is in there like sardines. You know what I'm
brothers is
saying?
hungry. Might have to take a rest stop.
What? We stopped at the Waffle House. We was spending wild bread, like shit was crazy. But nevertheless, Emmett was at the 2015 joint
Yo,
too, man. He's the one that was
man.
calling me like, yo, they about to leave you, L. I'm like, yeah, right. And they left me. But
Yo.
yeah, I thought that was dope. That to me stood in my mind though, right? Because they like, yo, walk like men. Y'all are warriors. And what he told us was that people were looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of eyes were on us because they seen the Zulu Nation walking 50 deep, 40 deep, whatever it was. We had the whole bus pack. So yeah, when you come out, everyone got the medallions, the shirts on, so on and so forth. We didn't think about it as young men that yeah, you're representing the organization. Look strong, look alert, be on point. Cause how much times do we see gang members in the streets, high on drugs,
Mm-hmm.
looking
Pants
doped
sagging,
out,
pants
got the got the
wrapped around
got
their
the
thighs.
right, they flagging, but they got the beads on and they looking drugged out, looking
Mm-hmm.
crazy. That's a representation of your organization. So, shout out to Ernie. I thought that was dope that he put that in us.
Well,
And these elders was really hard on us. I was telling Watt, yo, Razor, one time one of the brothers, RIP to the Zulu brother, Truth from Long Island. He was in my chapter. He had his hoodie half on, half off. He was hot. It's hot. You at the skate key in the Bronx. There's 400 people in there. It's a small area. So he like, yo, who's righteous? Who's righteous? He just barked on me. I'm like, what happened? He telling me I gotta get dressed. I'm not dressed right. Cause he had his hoodie half on, half off. He was trying to cool himself off.
Mhm.
And the brother righteous came over barking like, yo, who taught this man how to dress? He ain't supposed to be dressed like that. This is a reflection of you, King. He's spazzing on me, and I'm like, yo, son, really on one. Like I'm getting mad because like he talking to me crazy. He yelling at me over nothing. But I see it now as I got older. Now I see, he was looking crazy. You know what I mean? And when we go to events and functions, we should be looking sharp. We should be clean,
mm-hmm.
well dressed, representing well. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's a reflection of who we are as an organization. So, thank you to Zulu King Righteous for the jewel, for the discipline, because things like that, it makes you kind of, fine tune yourself and fix yourself up a little bit.
Every time I was around Shaka Zulu King Righteous, he always was upright and sharp.
Yeah,
Always. Always.
definitely.
Even when he came up, you remember when he came up to Jamaica High School, Razor, and he was in the
Just to
paper?
shock the shit out of me.
Yep, 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 yep,
Y'all didn't know they
yep.
were coming?
Nope.
No,
Oh, wow.
no. And I think didn't Red Brother orchestrated that, didn't he? Didn't
That's right, because he
Yeah.
was part of the chosen
Remember he
chapter.
left us? He was part of Chosen. Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
And it's because y'all was beefing with Shadow Inc.
Nah, this was around '99, so I would say we was this is
Yeah.
during the height of
It
the
was
MOB beef.
MOB. It was MOB.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
Yeah. It was in the newspaper and everything. Yeah. It made
right.
the paper. Yeah. He
funny
came up there
story.
and tried to.
Why you know the story, but you probably didn't hear it, but right around 2000, like after the MOB beef, which was mostly a South Side, West Side American, like Baisley area, gang, from Queens. When we were beefing with them, shortly after, gang intelligence pulled up to Jamaica High School one night for night school. Now, funny part of this story is I just came from a job interview in 2000. So the same day I'm coming out, I'm hanging out with everybody, Monster, RIP, um, Brother
R.I.P.
Cash,
Monster,
um,
Word.
Shaka Zulu,
yes sir,
Word.
um, Zulu King Red, peace, Free the Brother, and
Free King Red.
few other heads that was with us, and gang intelligence actually pulled us, arrested us because of that beef.
Well, wow,
Yeah,
That's
but
that's
crazy.
crazy.
they made it seem like they were truancy for night school, but then one of the security guards came from the school and told them that we were Zulu. And so we all go in and they start interrogating us about that whole MOB beef and shit like that.
Wow,
Yo, they had in Jamaica High School, they had me listed under the gang files as the I guess the liaison between all the gangs. I didn't even know this until school safety told me, right? So I don't even think I was going to Jamaica anymore. I think I was in satellite and I had came up there one day and they was like, "You're not supposed to be up here. You can't be up here no more. You in the gang files." They said I'd be orchestrating all the meetings between the head leaders of each gang in the school in
I
Goose
believe it.
Pond Park. In Goose Pond Park. Yeah, yeah,
I
right.
believe it.
No,
I could
I
see that.
can't believe that. It wasn't true though. It wasn't true. I was just cool with everybody. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like
That's
I
what they
wasn't
see.
like right, but it was like yo, like we would go in Goose Pond Park because remember Peanut? This is Queen stuff. L. Remember
Yeah,
the
I'm out the loop
security
on this.
Peanut? Remember Peanut? He was school safety. He was like the
Peanut's the one
coolest
that
one.
told the cops on us.
Oh wow, he snitched on
It was
y'all.
either Peanut
He
or
ain't never
Smiley.
tell on me.
It
It
was either
probably Peanut wasn't no snitch though. Nah, Peanut was he was a stand up guy. He
it
was
might have
because
been
he used to
Smiley
tell
then.
us when we was in when like I used to smoke weed. Like it's no big secret. Whatever. I haven't smoked a blunt in I don't even maybe 15 years maybe. I don't know. Probably I don't know something like that. Right. But I remember we used to be in Goose Pond smoking because when we used to be smoking on school grounds, Peanut used to come out. Y'all put that reefer out. Y'all better put that reefer out. So we would just go across the street to Goose Pond. You know what I'm saying? So, and if for those don't know, Jamaica High School, it's a school in Queens. It was actually the school that, if you watch season 1 of Raising Canaan, when he was in class, that was Jamaica High School. That thing that looked like a big, it used to be a courthouse, right? Wasn't it a courthouse before it was a school raiser or some type of? Because remember they
Yeah,
had the
because
big
it's supposed to be a
clock
legal
up
school.
there, right? Right. So, that was it. It was in Raising Canaan. That's the school me and Razor attended. So there was a big park across the street. It was Goose Pond Park. It had a lake. Um, and we used to go over there and smoke. And then they would call truancy. And this is real police because the precinct was right down the street from the school. So they used to surround like the paddy wagon to be on both ends of the park to try to cut us off from leaving the park. And all they're gonna do is bring us back into school because Jamaica was
Mm.
like the main truancy station. You know what I'm saying for that area because you had Hillcrest, Edison, and Jamaica High School and Satellite right down the street. So if you get caught truant, they taking you to Jamaica High School in the back in the office or whatever. I've been there plenty of times,
Yo,
unfortunately.
y'all probably think I'm tweaking right now, but I gotta share a story with y'all. So I'm going to Jamaica
Oh,
High
go ahead.
School. I'm going to Jamaica High School, right? Now, I live like maybe 8 to 10 minutes walking distance away from the school on 172 and 90th Avenue, like around 95, 96. This is matter of fact right before I even joined Zulu. So my mother was a nurse at the time. She worked at Chapin Home, which was actually around the corner from Jamaica High School. So when I used to be running from truancy, I almost got caught a few times while she's on her way to work because she'd
That's
been out there.
Oh
crazy.
no.
She'd be on there doing,
Yo,
she'd do pop ups on me.
my aunt lived across the street in them apartment buildings. When you walk up the hill, when you going into Jamaica, you know them apartment buildings across?
Yeah.
My aunt lived in there. So I used to see her driving to work. And you know what's crazy? My aunt lived in there and she worked at the health clinic
Mm.
on Parsons. So
Oh, word?
I could have ran into her at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like when I used to be truant, and especially if I was like in that area trying to get to the train station to go somewhere, I had to like duck and dodge my aunt. You know what I'm
I want
saying?
to
And sometimes she would see me.
I want to say something about Monster now that you have mentioned the brother, because while y'all was talking all this Queen stuff, I just kept on thinking about the brother, man, and
Mm.
y'all
Right,
talking about Parsons, and
right.
every single time I was on Parsons on the late night, I used to bump into Monster, mad random, you know what I'm saying? And his energy was always so incredible, man.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? He was like a gentle giant, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's a
for
fact.
Zulu, he was always very like loving with the brothers, man, respectful, joking, talking about video games, bump
Word.
into him at Gertz Mall. His energy was always incredible, man. And as as great and as beautiful as a soul he was also a fierce warrior that didn't
Absolutely.
take no shit. True
Absolutely.
Shaka Zulu. True
Absolutely. He was a
Shaka Zulu.
problem. He was a
Right,
problem. Yo, I remember
right.
I shared with you, before when me and Wise used to be truant. Wise went to LaGuardia High School in Manhattan, but he from Queens, but he's not even supposed to be in Queens during school hours. He's supposed to be in Manhattan. So he cutting, me and him cutting, and on some of the days we ain't had nowhere to go, we would like evade the police until like 1 o'clock because they couldn't pick you up after a certain time, right? So we used to be like, yo, let's go to Gertz and go see if Monster at work. So,
Yeah.
we used to go run up in Gertz, and every time Monster would look up when we entered the store, he would just put his hand like this over his face and be shaking his head because he was like an older brother to us, and he would scold us. You know what I'm saying? Like he really like cared. You know what I'm saying? And he used to be like, "Yo, why the hell y'all not in school, man?" He used to be like, "Yo," he was like, "Yo, word to Zulu, I'm gonna violate y'all if y'all keep doing this." He was like, "And I'm at work. Y'all ain't buying nothing." You know what I'm saying? Like he used to be like, "Yo, man, stop playing." Unless it was wartime. That's like during MOB, like we used to run up in there like, yo, it's getting kind of hectic. Yo, I get off work, blasey, blasey, blah. I'm gonna be out there, and for sure he was out there. For sure he was out
Didn't he
there.
go 1D with the so-called head of MOB, Grady or Brady? I'm not sure what
Yes,
son's
he
name
did.
was.
Yes, he
They
did.
went one on one, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. Yes, he did.
So
Yes, he
that
did.
shows you, you know,
Yes, he
when the
did.
brother Watt had reference, when you have reference to MOB, Zulu Nation beef, like Monster was one of the top brothers in chapter 18, and he
Mm-hmm.
went at it with the brother, I guess that was leading the way for MOB.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, I'll tell you one more thing about Monster. One day we was leaving the National Black Theater, and we used to before we used to get to the National Black Theater, when we was elite chapter, we used to meet up with chapter 18 on 161 in Jamaica by Hot Wax. By I think there was a White
Mm.
Castle right there on the corner,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So that's where we used to meet up. We would meet Q and Red and Monster and everybody, Carl and all the brothers. You know what I
Shout out
mean?
Crazy
Crazy
Carl. Where
Carl,
you at?
come where
Crazy
you at,
Carl. Where
right?
you at?
So
Shout out Crazy Carl.
when we would go out there, we would mob up because I would already come 15, 20 deep on my side from Long Island. get off the train. We would walk down the Ave, meet up with y'all in chapter 18, and that's when I started seeing the Lost Boys, and they come through 10, 15 deep, and y'all doing all this hand stuff, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? They would come up to us try to do that too, and we like, nah, we Zulu. And they're like, yeah, and like they were like, nah, no, we the Zulus from Long Island. We don't know
Yeah,
this.
we don't know the
We ain't-
treaty y'all got
right.
out here.
Yeah, y'all have some type of unity with the LB out
Yeah,
there. LB fam,
and
peace to
and,
LB
and with
fam.
Nietas and with the
Oh, of
Nietas
course,
too.
that of course. You
Yeah,
know
and
that
one
was
of the
big.
and some of the
That's
Crips from
Shout out to Walter.
and the Crip from Hillcrest that Monster was cool with. Shout out to
Oh,
brother
right,
Ja.
right. I forgot about them. I forgot
yeah. We
about
always
them.
got these little
Uh,
different unities based on
right.
whatever. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Hood
So
politics.
right, street politics. Right. So I'm with
Mm.
Monster. We leaving the National Black Theater. We walking. This is the time in Harlem where it was treacherous. We all got beads on. A lot of people looking at us. You know, they're like, who are these guys, right? 20 deep walking, whatever. So me and Monster, we walking ahead of the crowd. We was just trucking through. We get to I think Lexington. We swipe the Metro card or throw a token, and I don't even remember what was going on.
We was
So we
both.
get on the train. It's just us two. Mind you, there's about 20 other Zulus still about to come down. I don't think they had their Metro card. So they was at the toll booth or whatever, paying and getting Metro cards, whatever. So some dude grilling us, he just like looking at us. So we like, Monster like, what's up? What you looking at? He like, y'all niggas. Like, okay, so what's up? And he like, right? Because I had a flag, I had a black flag, and it said Zulu on it. It was some shit that you go buy from like I ironed on the letters
Mm.
ZULU on a black flag,
I remember that.
right? So had the shit on my head. He like, so we like, what? He like, I ain't seen y'all niggas since the 80s. So right away, you already got me angry. Like, so I'm like, so what you saying? He like, oh, y'all niggas back.
We
We
never
never
left.
left. We never left. What are you
Y'all
talking
back.
about?
Didn't we
Right.
all say it like at once?
So yeah, definitely. Me and Monster, we was like already arguing. We already crunchy, like off the rip. So then he like, Monster had this cable. Remember when the cables were like the gold cables was, and pop in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a nice little. It looked like a 14 karat gold piece. I'm not sure what it was. Um, he like, yo, what's that? That's real? And he was like, yeah, what? He went to touch it, and Monster slapped his hand. It's like, don't touch me. And
I
he was like,
remember that.
oh, so then I'm ready to get live now, right? So boom, we taking our shit off. We like, what's up? So son, like, he want to fight. He ready to fight me and Monster. He down to fight 2-on-1, whatever, right? When he seen the rest of the Z's come down the staircase, it was like some Warriors type shit. They already seen it, so they running down. You already dudes is already groaning and like war chanting. They running down. When son seen the mob running, he heading down, he hauling ass down the train station. He waiting for the train to pull up. As soon as the train pulled up, he runs on there and the doors closed while we're all trying to run and we beating up the outside of the train and he giving us the middle finger and all of that. Real coward shit. Real
He probably
coward
was like
Crazy.
shit.
this the whole
And
time.
then he doing all the gang signs and all of this. You know what I mean? Once the doors closed, but it was crazy because we
Right.
probably would have murked some. We probably would have threw him in front of the train and killed him. You know what I mean?
He lived to fight another day.
Yeah, but that was my little experience with Monster. He was really upset. He didn't want to talk to nobody at the end of like we was on the train ride home. I guess he wanted to fight somebody or whatever.
Nah, he
But
was real serious. He yeah,
yeah,
I
man, that
miss
was my
him,
brother,
man.
man.
I miss the brother. I was
Yeah,
crushed because he died. When he died, I was still in the Navy, and I had to hear it from Wise. You know what I'm saying? I was in like real disbelief, and then he told me the story, and I just was like, "Yo, man!" Like, and then like I remember when I like because Wise attended the funeral, um,
I was there too.
and yeah, yeah, he told me he showed me the obituary, and I just was like, I was in disbelief. I think I had came home Cause when did Monster die? 2002,
O2.
right,
So
right, yeah. So that, I think it when I came back, because I left in 2002 to go overseas, and I came back in '03. So I think when I came home, he showed me the obituary, and I just was like in disbelief, like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy to me. Like I couldn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like, you know, he showed that he really cared about Zulu. You know what I'm saying? And us being younger than him by a couple of years, he was like our older brother. Like I just like take it because we used to mess with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like laugh at him. He's like, yo, I'm not playing with y'all. Like he was like, you know, I got love for y'all, but I'm not playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I really like I respected that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it like took a little bit, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling, man, but like, you
No,
know,
no, no. It's
it's
definitely,
something. It was crazy to me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just
We
how,
lost a lot of good ones throughout the years. There's like a lot of people that passed on, a lot of people that went missing in action. If you hear these stories, man, I hope that they make you feel good. We're not talking to make people sad or nothing. We're talking about
right,
we lost some brothers that we genuinely love. If you family with, the brother Monster, aka Brian David Jones, just know that we love the brother, man. We love him then, we love him now. We'll always love him. We'll always speak on his name. Same
right.
thing for the brother Nut Boogie from Chosen.
That's a
Same
fact.
thing for the brother O and CJ from Long Island G's, Chapter
Emmett,
25. I mean, Matthew Hall, aka
hmm
Optimus Rhyme.
Right.
You know, um,
Zulu King
there's a
Emmett.
lot of
Zulu
people that
King
we
Emmett,
lost. Zulu
Zulu
King
King
Emmett.
Emmett. Yeah,
Um, man, like, there's a lot.
countless,
Zulu
countless.
King Breeze.
Word.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
lost a lot of good ones. We'll probably do a Zulu memorial video. Inshallah, if we get the time and we're able to do so, we'll probably talk about some of the Zulus that passed on, returned to their ancestors. Um, and we'll speak on some of their stories and their influence on us, give them some honor and respect.
Word.
But on that note, man, thank you for tuning in to Spears and Mics. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. I'm L1. You got the brother Watt here. You got the brother Razor. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your time, your energy, your love. Drop a comment. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Keep tuned.
Share it
Uh,
too.
yeah, share it too as well. Right? We need to build up this platform. This is the only platform that anybody's talking about anything remotely positive in reference to Zulu. Everything else is kill them, destroy them, they calling, it's like all the people got the torches and the pitchforks out for the Zulus,
Right.
and we're the only ones striving to show something positive despite the challenges, despite the climate. Um, we're striving, we're pushing forward in a peaceful, respective, righteous way, as best as we can. So salute to everybody, peace and love.
Peace.
Peace.